Welcome to Wind Info. In today's video, we gonna know about the Corinth Canal, Greek, Diariga tis Corinthou, Romanized, Diariga tis Corinthou, connects the Gulf of Corinth in the Ionian Sea with the Saronic Gulf in the Aegean Sea. It cuts through the narrow isthmus of Corinth and separates the Peloponnese from the Greek mainland, arguably making the peninsula an island. The canal was dug through the isthmus at sea level and has no locks. It is 6.4 kilometers, 4 miles in length and only 21.4 meters, 70 feet wide at its base, making it impassable for many modern ships. It has little economic importance and is mainly a tourist attraction. The canal was initially proposed in classical times and a failed effort was made to build it in the 1st century AD. Construction recommenced in 1881 but was hampered by geological and financial problems that bankrupted the original builders. It was completed in 1893, but, due to the canal's narrowness, navigational problems, and periodic closures to repair landslides from its steep walls, it failed to attract the level of traffic expected by its operators. Here are 5 fast facts about the Corinth Canal. Where is the Corinth Canal? The Corinth Canal separates the mainland of Greece from the Peloponnese Peninsula. Specifically, the canal links the Gulf of Corinth of the Ionian Sea with the Saronic Gulf of the Aegean Sea. Technically, the Corinth Canal makes the Peloponnese an island, but since it's so narrow, most experts still refer to it as a peninsula. Who started the construction of the Corinth Canal? Although construction on the Corinth Canal was not completed until 1893, political leaders and sea captains dreamed about building a canal in this location for over 2000 years. The first documented ruler to propose a canal was Periander in the 7th century BC. He eventually abandoned the canal plan but did substitute a portage road, named the Diolkos or stone carriageway. The remains of the Diolkos can still be seen today next to the canal. When was the canal completed? The government of Prime Minister Thrasyboulos Zamas passed a law in 1870 authorizing the construction of a Corinth Canal and a French company was hired to oversee the project. It was not long before money became an issue. A decade passed, and in 1881 the Société Internationale du Canal Maritime de Corinth was commissioned to build the canal and operate it for the next 99 years. King George I of Greece was present when construction was begun in April 1882. After 8 years of work, it ran out of money. In 1890, construction resumed when the canal project was transferred to a Greek company. The canal was completed in July 1893, 11 years after construction had begun. To see the canal. Travelers to Greece have 3 main options to see the Corinth Canal. First, cruise lines with small ships transit the canal on Eastern Mediterranean itineraries. Second, several private companies depart from Piraeus, the port of Athens, and offer a cruise through the canal. Finally, cruise ships with a day in Athens often offer a half-day shore excursion to the Corinth Canal for those who have visited Athens before. How big is the canal? The canal has steep limestone walls that soar about 300 feet from the water level to the top of the canal but is only 70 feet wide at sea level. Ships must be narrower than 58 feet wide to transit the canal. This small size was appropriate when the canal was built in the late 19th century, but it is way too small for today's cargo and passenger ships. Construction of Corinthian Canal. The construction of the Corinthian Canal was fraught with a lot of complications, though the concept was envisioned under the regime of Periander. Primarily, the superstition and orthodoxy coupled with lack of infrastructural facilities, tricky geological conditions and war led to the procrastination of the construction of the canal. To begin with, the route of the canal was composed of treacherous rocks along with being in a high seismic zone. This made the route highly volatile and prone to unprecedented earthquakes. It needs to be noted that when the construction of the canal actually started in the late 1800s, a major portion of the rock formations had to be overhauled and removed before the engineers and architects could start with their work. The plan was once abandoned after Pythia, the high priestess of the temple of Apollo at Delphi or at the oracle of Delphi, warned that such a project would incur the god's wrath. In addition, Apollonius of Tyana, the Greek philosopher, had prophesied that anyone who takes initiatives to build a Corinthian canal would end up with illness. However, a timeline of the emperors who tried to convert the engineering dream into reality needs to be mentioned. Thanks for watching. See you in next video with interesting information, and don't forget to share, like, comment and subscribe.